Arthur Aviles. I'm the artistic director and the co-founder of BAAD, the Bronx Academy of Arts and Dance. I'm so glad we're in this interim right now where we're coming out of great disaster with this pandemic and hopefully entering a new world and one where we can all be free to visit each other again. BAAD is a space that presents works that are empowering to women, people of color, and the LGBTQ communities, like all the different communities that is. We continue to do that today with 4 festivals. We have our Badass Woman Festival in March, and in April, May, we have our Boogie Down Dance Series, and in June, we have Out Like That, which is our gay, lesbian, transgender, bisexual, two-spirited, in the life, queer, questioning, curious, gender non-conforming, you name it, if you want to express yourselves, BAAD is that stage to do it on. I have a really wonderful mentor of mine. She's from the past. Her name is Frida Rosen, and she says, enjoy creating and developing and caressing and cleaning a stage the community can be a star on, and that's what we pride ourselves in doing. Make the space affordable for different dancers and choreographers that come here. So different dance companies come here. We have everything from hip-hop to capoeira. We have flamenco dance. We have ballet and a whole bunch of different types of dancing that goes on here. How did the pandemic affect BAAD? The pandemic was a real surprise at one point. We tried to make sure that we kept our programming going as much as we could up until March of 2020 when the ordinance said everybody quarantine. So for a moment we had to abandon BAAD. We had to just make sure that it was a safe space. So yeah, the way that BAAD was affected was like this. We had to go dark and keep the space open and make sure that we had as few people in it as possible while people quarantined. Very shortly thereafter, we created guidelines that would have people actually use the space. We had 3 people in the space at a time. If people want, they had to be masked. We have a procedure that we made a video of, and we would show people how they can enter the space. So we based it on like dance. So we have like 5, 6, 7, 8, and you go from 1 space. 5 is take your shoes off. 6 is go to the bathroom, wash your hands. 7 is to write us some notes if you needed notes. And then 8 was to go into the space and do your rehearsal, and then create that cycle again and again. It was difficult in the very beginning because nobody wanted to come to rehearse, and so we had a big empty space that had no rehearsals going on in it, so that really affected us. So what we decided to do, what was important for us, is to see how it is that we could affect the online world, to go there. We have an athletic dance program for 6 to 9-year-olds. There's 13 girls and 13 boys, and it was in the midst of that activity. So we had them all in this house. There's 26 children from 6 to 9 years old, local kids from the Bronx. And what we did is we called the parents up and we said, we would love to continue to give education to your children. Would you like to do that? This is a very physical act. And so it's a little easier if it's done that way. So the parents, they got back to us and they said, yes, we would like to do this. So we hired all of our teachers. All the teachers taught from home, and all the students took those classes on their computers in any way that could happen. We had workshops on how to place your camera, how to see the action that was going on with the teacher, how to share music, and we were on our feet within 1 week of that happening. And that was so important to us because everybody was isolating and everyone was getting tired. And the beauty of dance is that it is a physical act. And so they didn't necessarily just have to like put their computers down and just kind of tap and look at it. They had to actually stand up, and they were able to move their bodies to the lessons that the teachers were given. So it affected it greatly because it's such a physical art form, dance is, and you need proximity to people, you need to do it with people. And to do it in this medium was a very difficult thing for us because you had this distance from people. But we made it work, you know. Why? Because we had to, you know, and you figure out, you know, how are you going to stay alive in very difficult situations? And you find a way, you know, you figure out like what's life about. It's about like, you know, having some kind of like activity in your body and creativity in your mind to keep going. And I think that BAAD was able to kind of like temporarily at least answer those questions on what's possible.